Well, it's a good morning from the Political Command Center, and welcome to this segment of the topical discussion. My name is Dalton Kawesa, and today, as usual on Wednesday, we not only bring statesmen and stateswomen, we also look at people that have profound knowledge of this country, the governance and the leadership. And today we have decided to bring in the IGG, that is Bet Olive Kamia. Former MP, she's a woman of many colors, rather many courts, from the opposition to government to leading a political party. So, quite frankly, she shares a great wealth of knowledge about governance in this country. But we'll restrict ourselves primarily on what her office is doing and has been doing for some time. Yes, it's time to delve into the discussion. Welcome to this discussion, Honorable.
Thank you, Dalton,
yes.
And thank you for inviting me, and thank you for the good work that you do.
You're welcome. So many viewers have asking, would want to find out, how have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, that question surprises me because I've been all over the place in the whole country. And through the media, and our staff, the IGG staff, are all over the country, mobilizing Ugandans to understand the cost of corruption to an individual, to your household, to your life. And I think that a good job has been done. So to answer your questions,
so you've been in this fight. We'll get into the details of this fight. Your appearance coincides with the celebration that needs to be taken, the Africa Anti-Corruption Day, and we want to know, as Uganda, before we go to the nitty-gritty of Ugandan fight against corruption, why should Ugandans care about this day?
They should. It's part of the mobilization, the global mobilization, to inform people that we have a scourge, that we have a danger, that we have a threat called corruption. And these days, it's easily listed among the most dangerous animals, if you like, in the world. So the fight against, the reason that Uganda should care about the Africa Anti-Corruption Day, that was, by the way, commemorated throughout Africa and every year on the 11th of July of every year for the past 22 years. But as I said, it's part of the global movement to fight corruption.
Corruption is many have described it as the Pan-African challenge that we contend with. Why is the fight against corruption taking eternity, if I may?
Maybe it's not, well, it's really taking eternity because those who read the Bible and the Quran, the fight begins from there. Even the Bible says, even the Bible talks about corruption and the Quran talk about corruption. So it's as old as humanity, as old as stealing, as old as murder, but we continue to legislate against them and to fight against them and to mobilize the population to reject them.
Okay. So now
it's one of the evils of the world that humanity has grown up with.
When we speak about this fight, normally the cue is thrown to the people in office, the office bearer and government. Do you feel the role of a common man in this fight, or do you find them being accomplices?
Actually, that has been our concern and strategy in the past couple of years. Because as you said, the fight has been on since the beginning of time. But the best way to win a war is to make a people's war. People must understand why it is important for them to fight the war, because you perish if you do not. And so it's important to make it a people's war, because mainly they're the victims. They pay taxes, and the taxes are taken by a few people for their personal aggrandizement. Whereas taxes are supposed to be used for public good. So when you see the quality of services, or not the so good quality of services, it's not because the people don't pay taxes. People pay taxes, but a few people help themselves to the taxes. So the people have to understand that I am fighting for my money. They are stealing from me, not from government, because the attitude of the past that we're trying to put aside is people are passive observers. Those people are stealing government money. Now we want to bring it home to your doorstep to say, oh, I paid my taxes yesterday, and that man, that woman stole it. That is why when I went to the hospital, there was no medicine. It has to be personalized for this war to make meaning.
Let's look at your into your office. You're already there, the IGG, and your experience, your interface with corruption. What form and nature does it take?
Actually, very nice, very interesting question, because it gets more and more sophisticated every day. I think originally it was two people sitting under the table or in the dark corner and discussing a give and take. Now it has got more sophisticated. It is syndicated. It is planned along a chain of administration from almost the top there through all the people vertically and laterally. People benefit from public resources for their own aggrandizement illegally. So true, it has taken many, many, many forms. And of course it includes embezzlement, it includes in procurement, it includes recruitment, in recruitment of staff, when you recruit somebody who is not the right person, the most befitting person for the job, all that is corruption. When you don't do what you should do according to the law. Anytime you bend the law or the regulations for a reason other than public good, it is corruption.
So having identified the changing trends of the shape and form of corruption, what would you say has been the achievement that so far you have attained in the office?
One, I think we've tried to raise public consciousness about the evil of corruption. And I will tell you, the public was largely, one of the promoters of corruption is public complicity, as you said, and glorification of corruption. If you get rich very quickly, people will hail you. They will applaud you. They will not be asking, how did he get that money? They will say, he's such a smart person. He built a house in 6 months, and they applaud you.
No conscience.
No, they don't even ask, where did he get the money? So we want to, I think we're beginning to change that trend so that people begin to ask the right questions. That's what is called accountability. Fine, you built a very nice house, but where did you get the resources? Not you built, doesn't care. How some people buy jobs, you know, because the jobs that are way beyond the salary they will get, but because they know that when you sit there, the money will flow in. Somehow you'll recover your investment on this job. Not from the salary, but consciously, you know that when I sit here, or when my son or daughter sits there, then I have pretty much sorted her.
So when you took over office, of course, there was this euphoria that at least we have someone with high integrity that not to actually disparage the previous occupants of the office, but there was a lot of hope in how you're going to handle it. The fight against corruption.
Oh, you mean me as a person?
Yes, and your team.
On the team, yes.
What has proven hardest in this fight for you?